Hello everyone, this is Mark1K1 with my latest video for Guild Wars 2, which is underwater combat. One thing that I just want to note prior to starting the video is, well, two things, sorry. One, it's going to be an informative video rather than opinion based, so yeah, if you're looking for that, which you probably are if you're on my videos, then great. The other thing is I have a new mic, courtesy of my girlfriend. Not a amazingly expensive one, just one that I was supposed to use for chats on Skype, but it appears to be rather quiet. It's one of the stand-based ones. The only good, well, not the only good thing, but something good that has come out of it, however, is that it has pretty good quality, which means that I decided I should probably use it for these videos. The only problem I can see from listening to recordings is that it has a tendency to pick up on me when I'm talking, the slight, how to explain this best, a slight breath or something, a little bit of breathing when I'm talking, and it kind of makes a horrible, when someone breathes into a mic, really horrible, annoying sound. It seems to pick up on that a bit, and I'm sorry if it does that quite a lot through the video, but I'm just going to try and get used to using this mic because it's better quality and it doesn't pick up the goddamn birds outside, and I generally record in the morning when they're happily chirping away and being annoying. So there we go. Let's get into the actual video, what it's about. So how does underwater combat work? Well, it's basically identical to normal combat in its mechanics, but not in the same way as World of Warcraft, where you use all the same abilities. In Guild Wars, there are 3 underwater weapons to choose from, and each class can use at least one, and in most cases 2. This depends on the class and goes as follows. You can also look on screen at the table from Guild Wars 2 Wiki. Guardians, Mesmers, and Necromancers can use a spear or trident, but not a harpoon gun. Warriors, Rangers, and Thieves can use a harpoon gun or spear, but not a trident. Engineers can only use a harpoon gun, and Elementalists can only use a trident. You'll be given your 1 to 5 abilities when you go underwater, and you'll have to earn each one in the same way as usual. Kill some monsters using the first skill, and you'll gain the others, meaning you won't find combat to be all that different underwater, except the new weapon skills, of course. The weapon skills seem pretty diverse when given to classes who can only use one weapon. I'll use an example, the Elementalists. Despite only having one weapon, the Elementalists can still move between fire, water, air, and earth attunement, meaning that, in actuality, they have 4 lots of new skills to use. They also follow the usual type as the above water counterparts. Fire is high damage with dots, water is support with mild damage and low healing, air is high damage with crowd control, and finally, earth is heavy damage with high defense. This means that despite being stuck with only one weapon, you'll still find the underwater combat to be diverse for your class. Well, hopefully anyway. As well as all these new abilities, you will be able to use your normal healing ability on 6, your 7 to 9 skills, and even your elite skill. One little thing for me to let you know, you can still use your dodge underwater, and it's all still the same. 2 initial dodges, then you've got to recharge and all that stuff. That's all there really is to say about underwater combat for now. Not much has changed for it in the last few betas, and I don't expect much to on release, but in the months after release you might expect to see a few new weapons, underwater ones, and things like that, just to add into it, because they do seem pretty invested in making underwater combat and exploring just as fun as, above water. And finally, my opinion on underwater combat. I think it's done really well, and it feels just as fluid as the normal combat. No pun intended, of course. I highly recommend on release that everybody give it a go and explore a little. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time, which will be about the Glory level system, which is a new system in place for PvPers using the battlegrounds. There we go. It doesn't apply to World vs World as of yet anyway. It probably won't at all, but there we go. Yeah, keep an eye out for that one, PvPers, and I'll see you guys next time.